You're lying awake again at 2 a.m. Their face keeps flashing behind your eyes. And the brutal part? They're probably sleeping fine, not thinking about you at all. It hits like a punch to the gut, doesn't it? You poured your heart in. You showed up when it was hard. You fought for the connection, and they still chose to leave like none of it ever mattered. Now here you are, replaying every conversation, every touch, every promise, wondering what you did wrong, wondering if you'll ever feel okay again. Pause. That heavy ache in your chest right now, it's real, it's valid, and it's the exact fire you're going to use to rise. Here's what actually happens in their head right now. They're distracted with new people, new distractions, new excuses. They tell themselves they're fine, but a quiet discomfort is already starting to creep in. Stay with me until the end, because the one thing that actually makes them regret losing you has nothing to do with revenge texts or petty games. It's quieter, deeper, and far more powerful than anything loud. First practice, you cut the cord completely. No contact, not a like, not a story view, not a just checking in, quick truth. Every single time you reach out or check on them, you're handing over your power on a silver plate. You're training your brain to stay hooked. You're keeping the wound open. So delete the chats today. Block the number. Clear every photo, every saved memory. Remove every single trace. Notice this. The second you stop feeding that addiction, your nervous system starts to calm. Their absence becomes louder in their own life. Not because you're punishing them, but because you finally chose yourself without apology. That's the first move. Radical detachment. It feels like your chest is splitting open at first, like you're losing air. But that exact crack is where the stronger version of you begins to grow. Most people stop at this step and just wait for time to heal them. You can't afford to sit in neutral. You move into obsessed self-growth, not for them, for the version of you that deserves to shine. You hit the gym even when you don't feel like it, because movement clears the emotional fog. You fix your sleep schedule because your mind deserves rest that isn't haunted by their ghost. You finally learn that skill you always talked about. You upgrade your style, your wardrobe, your posture, because you're worth looking and feeling like the main character. Here's what actually happens. As your body and mind level up, you stop identifying as the heartbroken person they left. You become someone new in the mirror. Stronger posture, clearer eyes, calmer energy. That's practice 2. Real glow up from the inside out. Midway reminder, subscribe to Brain Catalyst for psychology that helps you decode people. Keep listening. This gets even better. Practice 3. You start living for your own approval only, not theirs anymore. Not your friends' opinions, not the old version of you that bent over backwards trying to keep them happy. You make every decision based on what your future self will thank you for. You protect your peace like it's the most expensive thing you own. You say no quickly to anything that feels like settling or drama. Read that again. Peace becomes your non-negotiable standard. When your worth is no longer tied to their validation, your entire energy shifts. You walk into rooms differently. You speak with quiet authority. People start to feel your presence before you even open your mouth. Fourth, you build a life so rich, there's literally no empty space where they used to sit. New hobbies that actually light you up inside. New social circles that match this upgraded version of you. Spontaneous adventures. Moments of real laughter that come from your belly, not from pretending. Evenings where you enjoy your own company so much you forget to check your phone. Pause. They don't regret losing someone who's still hiding in the shadows waiting for them. They regret losing someone who's fully thriving in the light without them. Because of them, your full life becomes the silent, undeniable proof, not by rubbing it in their face, but by genuinely living it so well that it speaks for itself. Last practice, and this is where everything clicks into place. You cultivate quiet, unshakable confidence, the kind that doesn't announce itself. You smile more because you're actually at peace. You talk less about the past because it no longer controls you. Your whole vibe simply says, "I'm good," without ever needing to say the words. Here's the edge most people miss. Psychology shows people obsess over what they can no longer easily access. When you become emotionally scarce in their world while becoming abundant in your own, the regret grows naturally on its own timeline. Notice this. You're no longer trying to make them miss you. You're becoming the kind of person they would now fight hard to keep. But as the weeks turn into months, one random day it'll happen. You won't check their profile. You won't replay the old memories on loop. You'll simply feel free. light, completely at home in your own skin. And that new version of you, unrecognizable to the person who left, magnetic, calm, whole. They didn't just lose the old anxious, always available you, they lost the upgraded you, the calm, powerful, self-respecting version that was growing right in front of them. That's what stings the deepest when it finally sinks in. You win no matter what, not from spite, not from manipulation, but because you finally chose yourself fully and without compromise. The regret will come naturally, not because you forced it, but because you built a life so aligned and beautiful they no longer fit into it. Start today. One firm boundary, one workout, one honest choice for your future self. You've got this. That quiet power has been inside you the whole time. Now it's time to let it lead. Comment regret if this hit you deep and you're ready to become the version they'll never get back.